Welcome, Leo, to your Leo November 2020 tarot reading and forecast. It's great to see the subscribers back again. Good love and energy towards you. Do you know, if you would like to have a personal clairvoyant reading with me, then just check out the information that's in the description box below. But now I'm going to draw 5 of these tarot cards. Now, these cards are Russian. They were painted by a guy called Yuri Sharkov before he was in the Soviet Union, of course, and he died back in the 80s. And he was a miniature artist, so he painted miniature paintings. You know how they have like those little eggs and things where they have things painted on them? Well, this is the same sort of thing which he did here with these tarot cards, but you'll get a good look at the imagery that's on them in just a moment. There's the Page of Coins. Gee, that's a very, very good card, I think, for you. There's the Sun. Well, your planet, the Sun. November, Leo, November, Leo, November, Leo. The Great, the Magnificent. There's the Nine of Coins. Gee, this augurs well for you, these cards so far. The Nine of Coins, the Sun, the Page of Coins. Let us see here, the Two of Clubs. What's the Two of Clubs? That's what it's styled as anyway. It's not a usual tarot suit, but it will be the picture that speaks to me. And finally, this one here, Temperance. Well, there you go. Let's have a good close look at the really interesting images on these cards. Let them talk to me while I do the reading for you. Next month's reading will be published on the 11th of November at 2 p.m. US Eastern Time. Here you have some cards in this Major Arcana. I might look at this one first. This has got something obviously to say to you, and here it comes. Temperance. The daughter of the reconcilers, the bringer forth of life. Well, Temperance. Many people think that what that means is that you should just go and take things easy all the time and not let your passions, your appetites get the best of you. But I have a different point of view in relation to this card, and particularly given as it is sitting underneath this card here of the Sun. These cards, of course, have different meanings, as you would expect at different times, depending on how they are placed. But this place, as it is, says this, and I think that, look, you should consider your judgment and your appetite, even as you would 2 loved guests in your house. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other? For he who is more mindful of one loses the love and the faith of both of the guests. And wouldn't they? But among the hills, when you sit in the cool shade of the trees, sharing the peace and serenity of distant fields and meadows, then let your heart say in silence, God rests in reason. And then when the storm comes, and the mighty wind shakes the forest, and thunder and lightning proclaim the majesty of the sky, then let your heart say in awe, God moves in passion. And since you are a breath in God's sphere and a leaf in God's forest, you too should rest in reason and move in passion. Now, this is speaking to me of a combination of your forces, the realization of goals and action based on accurate assessment. Maybe economizing, I think, at the moment, and managing your money, but certainly success after what I think may well have been quite complicated dealings with things. It's almost as if you are getting out of having to do something as well. I see in here that there is an escape from something, an escape from an event or a person, a getting out or a getting away from them. You are learning to bring about the proper balance of passion and reason in your life. Now be patient at the moment and let things evolve at their natural pace, really. Do some self-evaluation to re-examine your life's priorities and work in harmony from a place of stability and strength within you. I think that the central theme of this is really about reintegration. This can reflect a period of self-evaluation in order to examine your life's priorities. You are now seeking a much greater balance between your inner and outer self, searching for higher meaning and purpose in life. Now, you might experience during this time a clash between your habits and your new vision, but just trust yourself. Look deep inside yourself, because inside yourself, as if you were digging deep into a cave and into the earth and then unearthing a precious jewel, there within yourself you will find the precious jewel. This is a challenge to look inward. In this phase of integrating opposites, the transformation process is not going to tolerate any pushes from the outside. To find that hidden stone, the diamond, if you like, you must look within. So what does it mean for you to find your hidden diamond? Close your eyes and visualize a fountain of energy in your body. Bathe a while in this rejuvenating current and say to yourself, I equally value the light and dark within my own nature. I am a well-integrated person. I surrender to the transforming powers of the divine. I am an open channel for creative energy. And that creative energy can be no better expressed than in this card here, which you have also drawn, the Page of Cups. Now, this is drawn as a man, but I get a lot of feminine energy around this, because I have a lot of fertility around it, feminine fertility. Well, he's a man here. I'd call him the Prince of the Echoing Hills, the Lion of the Palace of the Earth. Now, important to you during this period, I think, will be Taurus, Gemini, and Aries. I think that this is a time when you will be perceived as being beautiful and strong, pregnant with life, generous, kind, and benevolent. There's a lot of pregnancy and birth around here, so these are obviously going to be things that you're going to hear of. Renewal, harmony is what I have here as well. This is to me that you are going to be kind and benevolent and following your true will or purpose in life. So this is also, like temperance, getting in touch with that most important aspect and protecting it, like this guy does with this scroll that's here. He's handling it very gently. Now, as I say, it can refer to a physical pregnancy, but certainly the birth of ideas and bringing things into form. It represents a productive time for you after probably what has been something of a barren stretch, hasn't it? And it's very good for people who are involved in domestic life, domestic duties, motherhood, fatherhood, and you'll have great empathy for others. Now, something new is going to be entering your life, so prepare yourself. What must you do in order to be ready for something new to come into your life? And say to yourself, I am now ready for the new beauty in my life. Really great time for you this is going to be, all round. Of course, we've got that sun to come yet, so let's look at this one here first, shall we? Now, here we go. This is the Two of Clubs, as they call it here. All right, well, where you're positioned with everybody else on the spread here and the position that you're in, I see Mars ruling the first decan of Aries, 21st to the 30th of March. Now, Mars is in its own sign here, so that's really, really good. Aries, well, that's about exploration, pioneering, And the number 2 of the card is about balance. So here you might see the energy move into new directions, your energy going in new directions, which is the Aries aspect of the card, from a place of balance and harmony, which is the numerology of the 2, but with the confidence and the aggression of Mars. So this is very much about the dynamic pioneer within you, I think. Mastering situations, maybe even dominating another person, or certainly dominating a situation. I think there's also the case that you will probably not feel all that satisfied with your lot. And it's about focusing your intent. Do you know, I really do see you becoming overcome by boldness, courage, fierceness, and, dare I say it, even a degree of shamelessness. But you will be generous and proud. There may also be a certain amount of revenge and resolution in your mind at the time. I think that this energy here is also suggesting that your will, spirit, is beginning to rebel against its predisposed boundaries, come hell or high water. So you will be using your willpower to break through stagnant situations and remove long-standing blocks. It's a time for you to act, to get on with things, and act on instinct and what you believe to be right without overthinking the situation. And you will definitely have powers of dynamic leadership and energy building up within you. But remember, pay attention to centering. And if you are in contact with your center, you are certain to master the situation. Trust your energy. Don't go for any false compromises. Now ask yourself this: which tasks and situations are a challenge to you? If you are in a challenging situation, sit down upright and comfortably. Breathe deeply into your abdomen. Wait until your breathing flows gently and calmly and you feel quite relaxed. Now visualize the situation at hand. See yourself dealing with it while remaining centered. And say to yourself, I find the strength I need now in my center. Oh, it's almost as if I can't wait. Let us look now at the Lord of the Fire of the Word. And this is otherwise known as the Sun. You'd be familiar with that, of course. Now, let's have a look here. The Sun. Well, what we have here, we have a little child sitting on a horse, both of whom are ringed with flowers. Oh, and sunflowers. That's appropriate, I suppose, in the background. Lots of sunflowers in Russia, incidentally. Well, the sun is the source of life and represents success and abundance, and this is going to follow you in your life at present. The energy of the sun will get you through any tough times. The sun is going to illuminate your path forward now after a trying time. Embrace your goals and give it everything you've got. And if you have had tough times, things are going to get better. Look at that little child again on the horseback. Be like the child and remove any layers of negativity that overlay you. Remember, this is the time now where you can move mountains. Very fulfilling love relationship I see around here. Success, good fortune, optimism, happiness. Now, the other thing that comes about when this card is drawn is that, just looking at it, when you do draw this card, it is an indication that issues of co-relationships and teamwork are in the foreground, maybe going into a partnership of some sort, involved in a creative partnership or project with others. It's a time of restructuring a long-standing relationship. It's also a time when Lovers can become friends in the friend zone. The fulfillment of your wishes is possible here and now. Relax and give yourself up to the dance. The right partners will find you. What task or project is on the agenda for you now? Visualize the light and the warmth of the sun in your chest and heart. For the next few days, remind yourself several times daily that the sun is shining in and through you. And say to yourself, I work well in teamwork situations. I enjoy making contribution to group efforts. I am a cooperative person. But more importantly, I am in harmony with the divine light which fills and guides me. And is there a happy ending then to this? Well, I think that if we have a look at this card, we might find that there is something in that nature. This is the Nine of Discs, or what I call the Lord of Material Gain. Now, this is Venus ruling the second decan of Virgo. Now, Venus is concerned with love and money. And these are both expressions of your values, your pleasures, your tastes, aren't they? You'd be mad if they weren't. Well, Venus is saying that if your heart is pure and you follow your heart, your life can only gain from this, and good fortune is going to attend your material affairs. Now, this being a 9 down here, it's so far away from the ace that I think that this usually refers to money. And so I see in here, gain, rewards for your efforts, realizing your goals, the beginnings of building things up to get a financial and personal independence, a sense of material security and self-sufficiency. Projects, situations, and relationships might come together to provide what I would call material gain. You're going to start moving ahead, just like this Sun card was saying here. This is also saying it. Now, this is gain here. Now, it's not wealth in the sense of Bill Gates or the Tata family in India, but you'll look back at this period and you'll say, do you know what? I'm better off now than when I was back then. So this is growth, gain, bonds, loving bonds, wisdom, and the understanding that the more you give, the more you receive. Yeah, a general period of improvement in all the areas of your life. The possibility also of settlements if you're in any legal proceedings, I think here. And maybe gifts of some value coming in towards you. There's a great degree of karmic reward surrounding this card in this position with these other cards around it. Good luck and good management in your financial affairs, and the beginnings of financial security after hard work and planning, because you're quite happy to work for what you want. Now, if your knowledge and creativity are filled with love, you will gain from all situations in life. The more deeply you are engaged, the more comprehensive your insights will be. Do you know what is the highest goal in your life? Do you know how to get there? Do you have a step-by-step action plan, each step along the way which is reasonable and achievable? And also check whether that which you call gain is in full harmony with your ultimate goal. And say to yourself, everything that happens today serves my growth. The more I give, the more I receive. What a fantastic set of cards for you, Leo. Well done. That's the way it is for you this month. Well, I, for one, really enjoyed doing that reading, and I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed providing it to you. Now, until I see you next month, remember one thing, and one thing always, and it is this, that you are a legend, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.